Looking at this face today, you would never know that she spent 10 years on the streets, has been shot, stabbed, burned with cigarettes, beaten, raped, thrown in jail, and it took losing her shoes to set Brenda on the road to transformation and a heartfelt declaration of "I'm here, I'm still here." Brenda Combs has traveled a long road. She grew up in northern Arizona where she and her close-knit middle-class family attended church, rode bicycles, and played Monopoly. Then on to becoming an elementary school cheerleader, talented musician, high school graduate, singer, teacher, master of special education, and today a PhD candidate. But unquestionably, the longest journey in Brenda's life spanned no more than a few city blocks. Beginning the morning, she woke up in a familiar alley in Phoenix, her shoes stolen off her feet while she lay unconscious from a mixture of drugs and alcohol. Faced with no other option than to walk barefoot in 115-degree heat over ground littered with broken glass, fused needles, cracked pipes, condoms, decaying animals, she had to reach the public park that was her home. When Brenda's burned and bloody feet finally reached the grass at the edge of the park, a decade lived in addiction and homelessness came to an end.
I just looked around the environment that I was in and, it just finally hit me, my God, Brenda, what are you doing? And, at that moment I thought, God, I don't know what my purpose in life is, but I know that this isn't it. And so for the first time, probably in over 10 years, I just sort of fell down on my knees and looked up and just said, God, please help me. I don't want to live like this. I have no focus, I have no purpose, no direction. And I was so sincere when I said that prayer that literally I could feel like a change just taking place within me. And I remember just vividly, like it was yesterday, that all of a sudden I could hear the birds and I could feel the wind, blowing against my skin. It was as if, I had just been reborn, that I was, part of the earth. I was part of society again. And I knew at that moment that a change had taken place in my life. And that was the beginning of my transformation. It was at that moment, that was the last moment that I was a drug addict and a homeless woman. And I started my journey to getting back into society.
As clearly as Brenda remembers the moment her addiction ended, she remembers the second it began. She had just dropped out of her freshman year of college, having failed to find the sense of belonging she desperately longed for. She was too well off and too well spoken to suit her other minority classmates and too black to fit in anywhere else. She had become willing to do anything to feel accepted, even if it meant doing things she didn't want to do, even if it meant taking every drink, joint, or hit of LSD anyone offered. And then one day, she agreed to try crack cocaine.
When I was introduced to crack cocaine, it became my drug of choice. I mean, I know that from the very first time when I took that first hit, I was addicted because the high was so intense, it made everything go away. There was no physical pain, there was no emotional pain. I literally can say I fell in love with that feeling because I didn't have to feel anymore.
Brenda has since found lasting, inexhaustible sources of love and purpose in her life. Ironically, on the same streets where she used to get high, she finds love in ministering to the homeless. She finds love and purpose in inspiring children at risk and adults in pain to find the resources within themselves to change their lives. She finds purpose in every moment with her 8-year-old son, Michael. His life has been challenged by the effects of a stroke he suffered at birth. Faced with the news Michael might never recover to live a normal life, Brenda dedicated herself to a healthy future for herself and her son. Her work with Michael, reading with him, singing to him, playing music for him, swimming with him, giving him her heart and soul, inspired her to return to college and pursue a career in special education. Healthy today, Michael loves to help his mom give out food, clothing, and toiletries to those who haven't found their way back yet. 7 years ago, Brenda created a vision board. She was a single mother, getting an education, working 3 jobs while supporting and caring for her baby. She covered the board in words that described the woman she saw herself becoming: beautiful, driven, talented, and in the spirit. And in the top right-hand corner, she placed the image of one of her greatest inspirations, Oprah.
She did not, get to be the woman that she is today without working hard, getting a great education, and being the best example that she can be of love and service to others. And I think in that way our lives are parallel because, I go back out to the 7th Avenue Bridge where that was once my home, and I give people hope and encouragement just by being Brenda because they know me. And they know the person that I used to be, and they see the change that has taken place in my life, and I am now able to share food and clothes and hygiene items with them, in addition to sometimes just giving them a hug and telling them that I love them. And so for me, that's the best way that I can lead, is by example. And that's basically, when I share my story from homeless to where I am today. And that's pretty much what I tell people, that if I can go from being a homeless drug addict on the streets to soon being Dr. Brenda Combs, then anyone can do it. I just let them know that they have to believe in themselves and their ability to do their best. Because I believe that each individual has what it takes to be successful.
Brenda Combs has not just survived drug abuse, sexual abuse, violence, homelessness, and the challenges of raising a special needs child. She herself has blossomed. Brenda is Grand Canyon University's first ambassador of inspiration and achievement. She believes the purpose of her story, her life, is to serve as an example. Her deepest desire is for all people facing challenges to know that they too can transform their lives. They too can look to the future with hope, love, and gratitude and say,
I won't give up when to give up would be easier, because I am too smart to waste today. People are too important to forget today, and life is too precious to do it any other way. Today, I'm going to make the right choice, and I'm going to do the right thing, even when no one is watching.
If the world would end today, right today, I wouldn't have no regrets, 'cause I know God showed me to make love the most important thing. And if I failed at everything, I'm here, I'm still here. Not everyone can say the same. Simply say I'm here, I'm still here. And it's such a blessing just to say, simply say I'm here. I'm so glad I'm here.
I'm here. I'm still here.